What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Domuto. We're back with another video today. Watching what if Hercule was the strongest? April Fools. All right. This is by Saiyan, part one, and we'll check this one out. This was requested by one of my subscribers, Sonanin, something like that. If I mess your name up, I'm sorry, but you know who you are. Anyway, let's get into it.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to
I watched a Saiyan video in a
this
minute.
time for April Fools.
So,
we do have another kind of silly story, but it's also.
Is there any
not
other story you
too
want me
silly.
to watch? Let me know
Mainly
down
because we're not gonna
below.
be changing much with
Any
the
other,
main cast. No,
any other creator
we're
too
changing
as
one
well.
other person and adding
Let me
him
know.
to the main cast, Mr. Satan. I've been thinking about covering this story for a while and thought of how best to do it, and now is the perfect time for April Fools. So today we begin the scenario: what if Mr. Satan was strong? I'll also throw up a light goal on screen, and if we hit that, I'll continue this into a full story.
But if Mr.
with
Satan
more
was
parts.
strong.
Anyways, let's begin. So there's been a couple ways that people have suggested I go about this.
Boy.
Like have him use the Dragon Balls, or have him be a Saiyan, or something like that. Honestly, I have a pretty simple option here. Just make him strong as is, and you'll see what I mean going forward. Our story begins around the Cell games, and it goes the exact same up until the Cell games start. The Z Fighters feel pretty prepared, having trained already, and even though they know Cell is strong,
How strong you gonna make
Goku's
him?
confident in Gohan's power. But someone else
Oh, the
steps up first
strongest,
in
I
the ring,
forget.
and they think he's all talk because he's making a show of it. Clearly, he can't back up that power that he has. He introduces himself to Cell, the world champ, Mr. Satan. And he starts off with a few tricks like breaking a bunch of roofing tiles, and all other types of stuff. Cell thinks this guy is just bluffing about his power, so you know what? He'll give this guy a free hit on it. So Mr. Satan starts attacking, and Cell actually feels it. Like, he really feels it. You
Yeah,
wouldn't expect this much power from someone.
that
Who
would
is
be
this guy?
crazy.
He's just a normal human, and he has no data on this guy either. It had to be a fluke. Cell puts his guard up and gets ready to fight Mr. Satan seriously. He'll give him one more chance to back down. He just got lucky with that attack. He's dead here if he continues fighting. But Mr. Satan motions for Cell to come towards him. He's ready to fight. The two begin clashing, and Mr. Satan's actually keeping up a bit. He's doing pretty well, in fact. From what Goku can judge, he controls his power really well, only using it at the moment that he attacks. In terms of raw power, his strength might be above theirs, maybe even above him and Gohan. But the weird thing is, as he continues fighting, they notice he's only using melee attacks. He doesn't use any sort of ki blast at all. Even when Cell uses his own, Mr. Satan doesn't counter. He blocks against them, and he dodges some too.
Boy,
Despite them
let
not
me
being
find
too big of a
out.
deal for him, he still looks surprised to see them. This guy's shooting lasers. That's pretty terrifying, but Mr. Satan doesn't care. He continues fighting Cell. Cell even flies up in the air, charging a Kamehameha. Mr. Satan simply jumps up, clasping both his hands together.
Remember the
and slamming them down on
Hercule
Cell. He's rocketed into the ground, destroying the ring below.
misses on
As Mr. Satan
the old
falls
Dragon
down,
Ball
he prepares a
games?
dynamite kick, hitting Cell right in the head. He unleashes a flurry of attacks, and he actually
You can
knocks
hit
Cell
that
out here,
motherfucker.
but doesn't destroy him. Although he
That shit
claims
was,
victory
that
for
nigga
the
was
camera.
dodgy.
and
No,
then
that was
hops
on
out of the ring.
Universe. I think it was
Everyone
on
else
Universe.
just watches on dumbfounded. That guy
Universe
did that
2.
all without ki blast and without flying too. He jumped up in that last moment. He didn't fly up. But still, he left Cell alive. Piccolo yells out to Mr. Satan. That guy can regenerate, and he should take the chance to finish him off now. Use a ki blast or something to get rid of him. A what now? Mr. Satan doesn't know what any of that is. What, like those lasers he was using? That was ki? Huh. He never realized that ki could be used that way. More than anything else, this is the most confusing part to everyone else. It turns out Mr. Satan actually has a ton of ki, but never even realized that he could project it as energy. He can't even fly. He just jumps really high and can land well. All of his attacks against Cell, they were all melee attacks. He was purely using martial arts and his raw power behind it. So he hasn't even
Yeah, he
realized
built
his full
different.
potential. The thing is, he's using ki here. He just doesn't know he could project it as energy blast. That's not even this guy's full power. Cell does get back up though. He can't believe he was defeated like that, but he's still in the ring and Mr. Satan got out of it. Now, technically
still
Cell should have lost
perfect.
because he got knocked out, but Cell doesn't care about any of that anymore because there's also not a ring anymore. He goes to attack Mr. Satan, who quickly spins around and hits him with a dynamite punch, rattling his brain. Cell's already pretty weakened and worn out from all of Mr. Satan's attacks. So
Yeah, what
Goku
sister
decides
mean?
to take the opportunity and tells Gohan to join him. At full power, while Cell is stunned, the two of them launch a Kamehameha. Ironically enough, ending Cell with a father-son Kamehameha just like the main story,
He's a little bit
although in
weaker.
a much different way. Normally they couldn't do this, but thanks to Mr. Satan weakening him so much, and also stunning him, Cell is vulnerable to it, which is just a testament to Mr. Satan's power. And seeing them use
That's
the Ki
funny.
Blast, that leaves Mr. Satan perplexed. Could they show him how to do that too? Like, he is the world champ after all, and is the strongest, so he could show them a few things too. Wouldn't that be a pretty nice exchange? Goku's intrigued by this guy, and everyone else is just confused by him. That could all be pretty interesting. Following the Cell games, Shenron is summoned to bring everyone back. which does include the androids, and Krillin still wishes to remove their bombs too. Technically, Goku and Gohan did kill the androids, but Shenron's not caught up in semantics. They died because of Cell, so the wish is phrased that way. Bring back anyone that died because of Cell, which Krillin thinks is great because Android 18's back, just like he wanted. Also, Android 16's alive still. And just
Gohan,
Trunks survives, and Goku survives.
you have a beautiful soul.
The most important because Trunks was brought back, Goku wasn't. Mr. Satan really did help out there, but it makes Trunks wonder, where is this guy in his timeline? Weird. Well, he goes back home, thanking everyone for their help and ready to defeat the androids himself.
No, Hercule,
he does pretty easily. Then he asks Bulma about it. Has she ever heard of a Mr. Satan being here? And she says yeah, she remembers hearing about that in the news one time. He was some really strong martial arts champion, and she never knew him, nor did she think he was actually strong compared to her friends. But apparently he died from the same heart virus as Goku did. Wait, really?
What the hell?
So that means Trunks might have accidentally saved his life in the present too, because once he delivered the medicine, Bulma thought to actually make it public since it's a life-saving medicine. Not only was it used on Goku,
that's funny.
Inadvertently, Trunks introduces to everyone.
That's a guy. I like that twist right
with
there.
Such an important medicine like that, Bulma of course didn't want to just hog it for themselves. She reverse engineered it, and now everyone has access to it. So, in a way, Trunks saved Mr. Satan's life. Now, obviously this didn't happen with Mr. Satan in the original, but think of this as my way for Trunks to still be in the story and for Goku not to die permanently from the heart virus. Because if future Mr. Satan was there too, the androids would be done for and there would be no need for time travel and Goku would just be dead. So, it all works out in the end. Back in the present, Goku's pretty excited to see this new fighter. The weirdest part is he's just human. Now, obviously Goku's seen a lot of strong humans, but a lot of his really strong friends, they're aliens. You know, Vegeta, Trunks, Piccolo, even Gohan, the strongest of their main group, they're all aliens. So to see a regular Earthling this powerful, it really interests him, especially because of the way he uses Ki. So he introduces Mr. Satan to Master Roshi. It shouldn't be too tough for him to learn how to use Ki like that. He already has a really good grasp on it and uses it for martial arts. He just never thought of using it like this. As they learn more about him, they find out that he actually did have a master before who was killed by mercenary Tao. And he kept training afterwards, but that's why he never properly learned how to use Ki. Well, at least in this sense. He can use it really well as a martial artist. He just never took it to that next step like Goku did. What a coincidence. Goku actually had to fight Tao as well. Same for his friend Tenshinhan. Also, Mr. Satan had the heart virus just like Goku. And they're both World Tournament winners. And now Mr. Satan remembers. Yeah, he heard about that former champion Goku. They actually have a lot in common, more than they realized. And then he learns Goku's an alien. Was that Cell guy an alien too? Well, kinda. It's complicated. Yeah. Not that it matters though, because Mr. Satan still defeated him, even without his full potential realized. He truly is a powerful guy. And as Goku and Roshi learn more about
this will
him,
be a crazy ass thing to watch right here.
Just like he claims, he's the champ. He's such a great martial artist with tons of raw strength, and he just has that one shortcoming with Ki, nothing else.
Wait. What about Videl? Videl will be strong as fuck too?
But he's just using Ki and melee attacks naturally due to his martial arts prowess. So now Mr. Satan has to go back to the
got to be right.
And thankfully Master Roshi could really help. Goku hoped Gohan could show off more of his power against Cell, so he's gonna have to go back to try and unlock that power for Gohan. And he'll catch up with Mr. Satan soon enough. He really hopes to see him again, especially because he wants to spar with Mr. Satan. If he's that strong, he's probably stronger than Goku at the moment, which will convince Goku to continue training even further, trying to grow even stronger than that. To think, an Earthling with that power exists. Vegeta even wonders what the secret behind his power is. After seeing that, he can't believe it. That guy's stronger than Kakarot, and Gohan. Himself, too. Now, with how quickly the androids were dealt with, it makes sense that he didn't show up there. And Vegeta's pretty surprised that he didn't have to encounter Mr. Satan earlier on, too. But to be fair, both of those things weren't really too public, while Cell broadcasted the Cell games publicly to everybody around the world.
He definitely
did. So not only was it widely known, but it was a good opportunity for Mr. Satan to get publicity, which is why they're only hearing of him now. So, what is the secret behind his power? No one knows. Not even Mr. Satan himself knows. Once he properly grasps Ki, though, he'll be unstoppable. Goku can't wait to learn more about his power.
Hercule beating Vegeta would be crazy.
The 7-year time skip. He grows exponentially over this time, and Goku does too, trying to keep up with him. The two even become training partners, with Goku also training Gohan in the meantime, trying to help him unlock Super Saiyan 2. Now, eventually he does go to school, and Chi-Chi does want him to study a lot more, so he has that balance between training and schooling. But even though he didn't unlock Super Saiyan 2 against Cell, he unlocks it later on and more than makes up for it, becoming stronger than he was normally. Same for Goku. Same for Mr. Satan, obviously, too. And eventually, this leads to Gohan becoming the Great Saiyaman, which also introduces problems of its own. When he starts going to school, that's when he starts all his superhero escapades. First, he fought as the Golden Warrior, but then he needed a better outfit. So, now he's the Great Saiyaman. This way he can protect his disguise. Although, he comes to learn pretty quickly that there's another hero in the city. and she's pretty curious about him. She's also incredibly strong too, and the worst part is, it's his classmate.
Got her father's
This
potential.
really concerns him because, first of all, she's someone kind of close to Gohan in terms of proximity, which gives her a good opportunity to find out his identity. But the worst part of all, she's Mr. Satan's daughter. And knowing how strong Mr. Satan is, Gohan comes to see firsthand how strong Videl truly is too. He tries his best to keep his identity secret, but pretty quickly, Videl's able to corner him one day. He tries to escape, but she's also just as fast as him, and can even fly already. Unlike her father, she taught herself this after he learned it, so she got this way earlier on than he did. She just copied what he was doing, and now could do it just as effectively, if not better. Although, her father still is stronger than her, but she tells the Great Saiyaman not to underestimate her either. She inherited his insane potential and strength, and now is going to use that to uncover the Great Saiyaman's identity.
Oh,
because
shit.
something's off about him. Gohan has to go on the defensive, trying his best to protect his identity. But with how fast she's able to move, she even nearly tries to fight him too. So he has to crank it up, going into Super Saiyan. Then even into Super Saiyan 2 just to make sure she really stays away. Because when he tries to fly away, she's able to follow him pretty quickly. With her powering up on her own as well. Not transforming of course, but still. Although, everything Gohan does doesn't end up working because eventually, he ends up breaking his helmet inadvertently. And he doesn't even realize it until Videl says something. She knew it was Gohan. She just wanted to confirm it.
Super Saiyan
She
2.
would try to sense his ki, but he kept it really under
She
control.
keeping up
when
with
he was
Super
at school
Saiyan
and
2.
everything.
That shit's so
She
crazy.
felt the Great Saiyaman's ki and knew what it felt like. And Gohan was careful to keep his ki low around her. The second he found out she was Mr. Satan's daughter, he was really on edge. But he knew she'd probably find out sooner or later. But even besides that, she's glad it went this way because this was a lot more fun, and she got to see some of his power too. She tells him that maybe he should join the upcoming tournament. He'd probably have fun. He might not win because her dad's gonna be in it, but still, it'll be a good time. He's the first one of her classmates who's actually that powerful. Someone who's really strong, so maybe they should train together.
Yeah,
It
Pan
does
about
seem
to be
like he's a good
strong
amount
as
stronger than her,
fuck.
but she wonders if he's actually stronger than Mr. Satan. Either way, it could be fun to train together. She wants to learn how to get a power.
I just realized that
And Gohan
Pan
just
about
looked
to be
really
strong
confused.
as hell.
First of all, the fact that she's so strong. Second of all, the fact that his identity got exposed. And third of all, did he just get asked on a date? Kind of, in a way. And they're not the only ones preparing for the tournament. Of course, Mr. Satan is ready to protect his status as the world champ. Especially now that he knows about all these strong people that are going to show up, he really has to fight to his fullest here. It's a shame though. He's going to have to beat up his new good friend, Goku. And Goku's thinking the same exact thing. It would be nice to reclaim the title. Hey, he's won a world tournament before after all.
Right.
Adding another one to his record, that could be pretty fun. Especially against such strong opponents like this. But we'll be seeing all that next time.
That's it's a funny concept to this story. Hercule being the strongest. Now I just realized that Pan about to be strong as hell. So, damn, that's crazy. I can't wait to part 2, man. Shout out to Saiyan. Let me know what kind of other stories y'all want me to watch, man. You know, what if story? Let me know. But check out another story right here. Check out another story right here. And I'll catch you next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.